Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
We're going to begin at 5 with the weather and the threat of storms heading into tonight. You can see the rain popping up on Storm Tracker 4, and there is also the potential for some severe storms here over the next few hours.
So let's get right over to Paul Gross for the update. Hi, Paul.
Yeah, hey there. A little bit of good news to report in that we're not seeing any signs of severe weather right now, and I think that threat is starting to diminish as we head into the evening hours. Now, all afternoon, the heaviest rain has been up here in the Thumb, and this is not severe. In fact, lightning tracker's turned on. There is no lightning with us. We just have some downpours here, and you can see a lot of that in St. Clair County right now, a little bit here in western St. Clair County. Then you head farther to the south. We've had a lot of rain recently in our Anchor Bay, beautiful Anchor Bay communities down into St. Clair Shores. You get down to the Grosse Pointes, into the city of Detroit. In Wayne County, you can see just generally light rain across the area. Washtenaw County, kind of the same story. And down to the south, there are a couple of downpours in Washtenaw County, but again, just splotches of light rain. So right now, well, you can see in our Belle Isle cam, it's wet out there, 71 degrees, south-southwest wind at 9 miles per hour. It's humid as well. Now, going to the Tiger game, there are spotty showers around. You saw those on radar. There are showers around. I think there's going to be a break between about maybe 7:30 and maybe about 10 or 11 o'clock. I think we're going to be able to get this game in, but bring an umbrella because there still will be showers around. I'll see you back here in a few minutes with the weekend forecast, guys.
Okay, Paul. Our other top story tonight, a massive shakeup in the Republican race for governor after 5 candidates are blocked from the primary ballot.
Yeah, today, the Michigan Board of Canvassers blocked James Craig, Perry Johnson, Donna Brandenburg, Michael Markey, and Mike Brown from the ballot. Brown had already withdrawn from the race after we first reported that this was coming. We want to bring in Rod Maloney live in Lansing to help sort it out. What a day, Rod.
Well, it was, Devin, and you know, the Elections Bureau basically said that they needed 5 candidates removed because of fraudulent ballots. And so this is how it works on the Board of Canvassers. 2 Republicans, 2 Democrats. If they tie, which is what happened, they voted 2-2, they tied, that means that the elections recommendation, the Election Bureau recommendation stands. And so that's where we are. But understand this is far from over. It's all about these petition signature sheets somehow tampered with and turned into the state by fraudsters, said Michigan Election Chief Jonathan Brader.
This was not a mistake. These circulators knew they were doing this. They did this deliberately. And staff is confident in saying that these signatures should not be counted.
What to do about that fraud is the complicating issue. That, of course, is when the lawyers step in. George Lewis is former Detroit Police Chief James Craig's attorney. He testified the Elections Department did not follow well-established law in determining fraudulent petitions. Instead of checking each one, it disqualified wholesale petitions of certain circulators.
So we ask that Chief Craig's name be put back on the ballot for August primary, or if there's time, which I don't think there is, that a thorough and legal review of all of these signatures be done.
Former Democratic Party chair and lawyer to an Oakland County woman suing to keep Craig off the ballot strongly disagreed.
It seems that anyone who wants to be governor of Michigan should be able to manage that without employing dozens of forgers who submitted thousands of forgeries. So Mr. Craig is not a victim here.
Donna Brandenburg is now off the ballot and angrily claims that the state knew more than a month ago about the fraud and told no one.
It's a goat rodeo. It's like they're making up rules as they go. We're withholding information.
And it took about 2 minutes for the responses to come back that there are going to be court appeals in this. They take it to an appeals court. So Brandenburg, whom you just heard from, James Craig, Perry Johnson have all said they intend to take this to court. We'll certainly be on top of that. Back to you.
But Rod, there's a time element here. This process is going to have to move along quickly. We're getting short on time.
Very quickly, because those ballots have to be printed on June 3rd. So if there's going to be a change, it has to happen before then, not many days.
Yeah. All right, Rod.
All right, now to startling new developments in the school shooting in Texas.
Yeah, police now say the shooter was not confronted by a school resource officer. That's a complete 180 from the initial reports. Texas DPS also says the door to Robb Elementary School appears to have been unlocked. The timeline is getting a little clearer. Police now say he was in the school for over an hour before police shot and killed him.
And now we're learning about heartbreak compounded for the family of Irma Garcia. She was one of the 2 teachers killed. Irma's husband of 24 years has passed away from a heart attack while preparing for his wife's funeral. They were high school sweethearts who had 4 children. Wendy Woolfolk kicks off our coverage tonight from Uvalde.
Parents outside Robb Elementary, desperate to know what's happening inside. Now, questions about the police response to that chaotic scene Tuesday.
And it's under investigation. There's a lot of unanswered questions.
We do know more about what happened in those few horrific minutes. A law enforcement source says this brief clip shows the gunman running into the school. Officials say the gunman locked himself in a classroom and began shooting. He was eventually killed by authorities.
It appears it was unlocked. So we're going to look at that and try to corroborate that as best as we can.
11-year-old Mia Cirillo was in that classroom.
Mia got some blood and put it on herself, but she couldn't pretend that she was dead. Sister said that she saw her friend full of blood, and she got blood and put it on herself.
19 children and 2 teachers lost their lives. Each one has a story, including Elena Torres, who loved softball, and McKenna Lee Elrod, said to have a smile that would light up a room. And their teachers, Irma Garcia and Eva Morales, died trying to protect their students.
We just need a lot of prayer. We just need to support the families that have casualties. They're suffering.
And that suffering seems endless. Wendy Woolfolk, NBC News, Uvalde, Texas.
And the tragedy in Uvalde has reignited the debate over guns in the U.S. But where do things stand here in the state of Michigan?
Coming up at 5:30, why the state legislature has seen 24 bills introduced but hasn't taken any action. Lester Holt live on the ground in Uvalde, anchoring NBC Nightly News. The latest on the shooting, the shooter, and the investigation ahead at 6:30, right after Local 4 News at 6. A show of support today from a group that knows all too well about this type of tragedy.
About 100 students at Oxford High School walked out of class and onto the football field at noon. Sky 4 was there as they formed an O for Oxford and then a U for Uvalde. Our Sean Lay is in Oxford tonight talking to people about the emotions surrounding another mass shooting. He'll have that coming up on the news at 6. And Sky 4 was over another student walkout today, this one on Detroit's west side. Students at Marygrove High School walked out of class, some carrying signs that read, "Fear has no place in school." It comes days after a student was arrested for pulling out a gun and pointing it at a student.
Today, that student was charged with bringing a weapon on school property. Prosecutors say the 15-year-old student had a BB gun. That incident was caught on video. Prosecutor Kim Worthy says schools are hypersensitive to this kind of thing right now and that it won't be tolerated. The district says the student will not be returning to school.
Some Detroit residents woke up to the sound of construction equipment tearing apart old homes that weren't just an eyesore, but also dangerous. This happened at the corner of Harper and Beaubien in Detroit. And as Nick Monticelli reports, neighbors knew it had to happen, but they still have some mixed emotions.
Just happiness, because the building is going down.
Deborah Clay woke up this morning with a front row seat to history being torn down and being made.
I think it's a good thing that it's going on and it's going down.
These row houses at the corner of Harper and Beaubien near 94 and 75 weren't just an eyesore, they were dangerous. So the Detroit Demolition Department brought out the heavy machinery.
It was open, trespass. Anyone could have been pulled in. Any type of activity could take place inside of it. Anyone could have just gone inside and gotten hurt by falling through the floor.
Many in the neighborhood have mixed feelings.
It's sad. It's sad when you see like old, historic, kind of like iconic place like this get torn down.
But they also understand the necessity.
People could be walking past here, things have fallen off of it, so yeah, mixed feelings.
The Demolition Department will tear down this corner and clean the site. After that, the owner can
sell it for development, or they could be sold to the residents as for a community garden, or the options are kind of unlimited at this point.
And that's why there's even more mixed feelings, because this being gone opens opportunity for development.
Oh, yes, yes.
Right.
This is an upcoming area. Yes.
So it only took about an hour and a half for this entire building to come down. If you're wondering the process here, when a building official from the city deems it an emergency, that gives the city the authority to come in and just knock it down. In Detroit, Nick Monticelli, Local 4.
Now, the city will charge the property owner for that demolition. If it doesn't get paid, they'll begin the process to take possession of the land.
There is much more to come on what has turned out to be a very busy Thursday.
Here's Dr. Frank McGeorge.
When her mother noticed someone staring at her in the park, she thought it was strange. Well, it turns out it would save her life. I'm Dr. Frank McGeorge. Tonight at 5, how a chance encounter with a stranger led to a shocking discovery for one mom and an important lesson for everyone.
His best friend, his dog, his companion, shot to death by police, giving this man so much heartache, but also he's been given a huge fine.
$700 for my first time having my dog off my leash? Why so steep? And you killed my dog?
But next, we'll show you how he's fighting back.
All right, Sean, but first, that definitely doesn't look right. What Carnival is saying about this big fire on board one of its cruise ships.